Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Whitney. This is my 701 Supermoto, and check this out. Look at this view. We're here in Southern California, and it is just so nice today. I want to talk to you guys about what it's been like to ride the 701 Supermoto almost as my daily. I take this thing out probably 4 days out of the week, and it has just been awesome. So yeah, this was my dream bike. So, you know, a lot to talk about, what it's like to actually own it. So if you've been curious about the 701 or the 690, just Supermotos, let's go for a ride, have a fun chat, and maybe end up somewhere nice and have a nice coffee or something. All right, let's go.
This bike right here, let me tell you, it has been everything that I wanted it to be. Where to begin? Okay, let's think about this for a sec. So, coming from my old, ooh, this guy went down. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Huh? It's got an ambulance pretty close. All right. Where were we? What it's like to live with the 701. It's pretty awesome. Alright, let's begin the 701 chat. I always wanted this bike. It was just that dream bike. My old Sumo had an old DRZ 400 SM that I did everything to. You know, everything that you could do with the DRZs, and it was so cool. I loved that bike, I really did. But this was just like totally the progression where you needed to go. So just on overall ride performance and oh wow, sorry, I got distracted there. Just kind of like the next level. So yeah, I picked up this Husky, and right off the bat, it was amazing. So it really was like the bike I really hoped it to be. But there were some things that I had to do very quickly. It was completely stock to make it instantaneously a better ride. So the first thing that you want to do with these bikes, because they come very lean from the factory, it's the fueling. So I think that there's really two options you could kind of go with. Rottweiler Performance makes a fuel dongle, which is just a plug and play device that changes the ratio, their ratio, which fixes it pretty quickly, I think. I didn't go that route. I went the... Whoa, that was closer than it looked. I went the Power Commander 6 route, which honestly, it was so good. The bike, without it, at lower speeds and gears, it just doesn't have a sweet spot. It just is so jerky, and it's hard to ride in a city. You're constantly kind of just feathering the clutch and going to neutral, and it's hard to ride kind of slow city traffic at around like 20 or even less, just kind of crawling through lane splitting cars. It got a little tricky. It was a little jerky, to say the least. So yeah, the Power Commander 6 and an exhaust just clears up that problem instantaneously. The bike is so smooth right now. So yeah, that's the first thing that I would recommend doing. If you pick one of these up new or a used one that is pretty stock, fix the fueling issue. Look at this. Isn't this so nice? I'm sorry, it's distracting to chat and ride sometimes here, because you just kind of take in everything, and it's just like really nice, and you just forget, like, oh my god, I'm making a video about ripping on this bike right now. So okay, that's the first thing. Second, where to begin, where to go? Oh man, it's just, this bike is fantastic. I can't think of like so many things that are really wrong with it as an everyday bike. Of course, you know, what's your everyday thing? It's, you know, different for everyone. Okay, the big thing for me with the jump from the 400s, like the Suzuki, to this was, even with like a tall gearing on the 400, it really loses its legs at around like 70 miles an hour, and it's just kind of screaming. So again, it's like these bikes aren't made for, you know, freeway kind of those speeds and distances. You know, they're for back roads and ripping, and they excel with it better than anything. But the Husky can just cruise all day long in higher gears at higher speeds, absolutely no problem. I mean, if this was my next, like, a con, I mean, the seat is, it's a Supermoto seat, man. I mean, you're not on a GS, right? Like, later this summer, I want to go to take this bike from here to Big Sur. And I mean, I would love to take this bike, but I'll probably take my Tenere because of the seat alone. But I mean, if it wasn't for that, like, oh my god, yeah. Seat Concepts does make a seat for this, which looks nice too. I think the full black on this would be awesome. So there you go. So one con, if you're putting in like 100 miles or more, your ass is going to get, oh, there's a cop over there. Let's go nice and careful. Look at this view. Look at this view. Oh man, isn't this awesome? Look how pretty. Look how cool. Look at these views these guys must have, huh? This is sweet. California, man. I mean, it's a lot of negatives, but look at these views. This is just so cool. Okay, so the seat. You know, every day, again, if you're just talking about everyday rides, absolutely no problem. No problem at all. It's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. Okay, more mechanical stuff on the bike. Quick shifter and the blipper is amazing. I hope that cop isn't there. Like, it is so smooth. Boom, boom, boom. It's so nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at a lack of words for like coming up with things that are bad with this bike. The service intervals are fantastic. It has given me no problems at all. It isn't burning oil hard. Actually, the DRZ, my former DRZ, drank much more oil than this bike does. So that's something to consider. Look at this neighborhood. I mean, isn't this just awesome? Looks like a mini White House on the beach. What else, guys? What else? What else are we going to talk about on the the pros and cons list. Gas. Okay. You are going to be getting around 120 miles to the tank. After that, you better be close to walking to a gas station. You're gonna run out. I tested it. So yeah, yeah, man. Not much else I could come up with that of things that have annoyed me on it. Every time I want to go on a ride on this bike, it has never given me a problem, and it has always made me just I've never experienced like a better time on a bike. What is this, an old XR 650, the original pig. Very cool. Yeah, so let's think. Is it the perfect? Oh, this is a cool view. Hold on. Let's pull over up here. Take a peek at the bike. Take a peek at this amazing cove. This is so nice here. Check this out. Oh. Just look at that beautiful thing, huh? You know, honestly, maybe this is just me because, you know, it's mine, but I think that this color configuration too, these years, this is the best looking 701. The original 17 ones, the classic white and blues, those are awesome too. But I mean, whew, just look at that. It is awesome. Love it. Hold on, I want to show you guys this view. Check that out. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, yeah, like, riding this kind of bike around places like this, I mean, it's amazing. It's awesome. I'm going to show you guys a really cool California lighthouse that's not too far up this, further up these cliffs. So it will be a fun little ride to get there. I mean, just look at this bike. It is just, oh, man. Just awesome. So, the big question, can you daily this bike? Is it? First off, okay, obviously you can daily this bike. Yeah. I think the most important question is this the best daily that you could ride? I'm going to say yes. So, unless you have to crush some distance on like a highway, a freeway, it's a nice looking Z4, then, you know, there's probably going to be a better bike. Something more comfortable, maybe you have cruise control, you know, something, you know, in that world. Get a GS, get a Tiger, get a Multistrada, you know. But if you're talking about what's the best daily bike for going around streets like these, like neighborhoods, not just neighborhoods, but, you know, back roads, towns, you know, you're not having to commute on a busy freeway at, you know, 80 miles an hour for, you know, 30, 40 miles each trip daily, then I'm gonna say totally. I think the 701 Supermoto, I haven't rode the 690, but I mean, they're the same bike. I think this is honestly the best bike that you could have. It has so much power. It has totally enough power that if you need to go further distances and open it up, you can cruise at 80 all day long. Like legal speeds, freeway speeds to get somewhere. And then getting off all other roads like these, you're going to be having so much fun riding this bike. I promise you. And then also, I mean, just look at it. It is so cool looking. It's such a great looking bike. Supermotos are always a conversation starters at bike things too. And it's actually like people that aren't in like the bike world. It's funny how, not funny, but it's fun when like older dudes who might have been into riding a long time ago, you know, they approach the bike and they're like, oh man, that is like a cool looking bike. And they start talking to you about, of course, like, is it a dirt bike, blah blah blah. And it just opens up like a fun world to tell people about like supermotos and you know, just kind of like the progression of dirt bikes to kind of make them a little bit more street focused. And people love it, you know. And a lot of these especially like in California, a lot of these older guys, they grew up riding all the classic dirt bikes, all the Yamahas, old Kawasaki's, so Hondas. So when they see like a modern, you know, bike like this that is just, you know, familiar looking but just different, you know, it begins like a fun conversation to kind of like inform people that have a love for bikes too, about like this other world that was created for like performance riding. And it's cool. All right, let me show you guys a really cool view.
I mean, come on. Come on. This is pretty sweet. So, I hope you guys are enjoying my little ride and chat about the Husky so far. We're going to get back on. I just want to show you this view because, I mean, come on, look at this. This is gorgeous. It's pretty sweet. So, all right. Let's jump back on the bike. Let's go find a coffee. Let's get a coffee. Let's get a coffee and talk more about the bike. All right, let's go.
All right. Pretty sweet view there, huh? All right, we are coming up to what I discovered is, I believe, the nicest Starbucks in America. The view is amazing. Not a big Starbucks fan, but with this view sitting outside, I will happily take in the view and have something cold to drink. So yeah, everything here is just so nice. Oh, hello. Look at you. Man, I can't be the only one. Come on. Who likes, like, nice, full-size, like, mirrored glass to ride by? You're like, damn, that's a good-looking bike. Wait a second. That's my bike. Where are we going to go? This looks good. Let's do it. Oh, man. I mean, just look at that. Look at this parking lot. Then you see this thing. How do you not stop and just being like, man, that is sweet? And look at that view. I mean, come on, guys. That is a sick looking bike. So yeah, is the 701 the best daily rider? Is that what you say on bikes too? Daily driver? I guess so. Maybe. I mean, let's put it this way, all right? If I could have any bike, if I had unlimited money, and if I wanted one bike to do it all, let's say, as my everyday ride, would I take this 701? I'm gonna tell you, I think I would. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say this is going to be it. You know, I'm gonna take this over like a high performance Ducati, you know, like a V4. I'm gonna take it over their hyper motards. I'm gonna take it over just because I like the feel of the Husky, I think, more than the KTM alternative, the 690. But I think I would. I think I would honestly take this as like my first choice bike out of any bike to ride every single day around to get my stuff done. There was that cop up here, so we have to, you know, respect where we are. But look at this road, huh? Look how nice this is. It's just awesome.